Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Squid, and I'm back with another ORAS Wi-Fi battle for you. Now this game is actually against Sapphire, who was actually found on the PSS, and I gotta say, for a passerby battle, I was impressed. Now, definitely not your average OP team that you usually find, or legendary squad that you usually find, but it's actually a solidly built team. There's double Intimidate jugglers in the Arcanine and the Mawile. There's most likely a wall core of, well, based off the team of the Miltank and the Swampert, and the sweepers being Mega Lopunny and the Swellow. Now, I'm assuming that it's going to be the Mega Lopunny, one, because it's ORAS, and two, because you usually see Swampert on rain teams, and with the Arcanine being there, I wouldn't assume that there would be anything to set up rain, besides, unless like the Swampert's a mono rain setter. But I didn't think that would be the case, if you would. And for my team, for this battle, at the time I had bred up a bunch of new Pokemon in the Golurk, the Pangoro, the Archeops, and the Escavalier, and I really just wanted to put them on a team and use them and see how well they did. The only thing that they really kind of have in common is the fact that they will work well in Trick Room, except for the Archeops. But I'm flinging my stylus around. But that was pretty much it, and they kind of cover each other well. I like the fact that Pangoro and Golurk kind of cover each other well, just for the fact that, you know, knockoff or dark attacks don't affect Pangoro so much, and I could stop the fighting attacks with my my Golurk, and there isn't really any kind of common weakness. If they want to come out with me an Ice Punch, I do have my Samurott with me, or Samurott. I know I always say that funky, but I just want to get right to the battle. Now, leading off, I want to lead off with Lemon Drop my Gourgeist. End up predicting the Swampert lead, just in case I wanted to set up Stealth Rocks or, you know, whatever. I could threaten it out with a Grass type move, which actually I don't have. So I actually end up frisking the Swampert. I find that it has a Quick Claw. It could be lack of items. It could just be, you know, them using Quick Claw. And usually that's a sign that, you know, you're not versing a very skilled person, or if they're just being a dick. So I end up going for the Trick Room first turn. They are going to set up their Stealth Rocks. I'm going to go for Will-O-Wisp because if they end up being some kind of like Mega set, but they're just not running the Mega Stone, I can cripple it by cutting down its attack in half with the Will-O-Wisp. They end up getting a crit on the Avalanche, and they actually end up getting hurt by my Rocky Helmet, which is going to help me wear this thing down. Now, you have seen Lemon Drop before. Usually what I want to do is set up a Trick Room and then Destiny Bond after that. But here I just figured I'm just going to switch out into King Arthur. I can go for a Swords Dance and go for a Mega Horn on the Swampert, but turns out they're actually going to switch out as well, and they switch out into the Swellow. Now here, I figure I'm just going to go for an Iron Head. I know that Swellow's defenses aren't, you know, too great, and I am running a Brave Nature max attack, and I thought I could take it out with an Iron Head, and now I can't take it out with an Iron. He lives on just a little bit, and they end up going for the U-turn. They could have possibly been predicting me to switch out, fearing the Braver, but the Trick Room is up, so I really didn't have too much to fear, and I figured that Iron Head would have killed. So they're actually going to switch into the Mawile here, get the Intimidate off, which is going to force a switch because I really can't touch this thing. And I'm going to end up going back into Lemon Drop because I wasn't sure if this was going to be, you know, the Mega, or I didn't know. At the time, I was like, you know, I'm just going to be safe. I'm going to go into Lemon Drop, and I could burn it because burning anything is a nice help. I actually first find out that it actually has a Rocky Helmet, so assuming that it's possibly more defensive or possibly just there for Baton Pass, which it does here, because when I see Swords Dance, Mawile, they normally have Baton Pass that follows, so I'm like, alright, well, it did a Swords Dance, so that means whatever he's going to go into, I'm going to Will-O-Wisp and nullify that Swords Dance, which it ends up going to be the Mega Lopunny, and Mega Lopunny can still hurt me. Now, it does have the +2, it is burn, that's all nullified, we just went over that. They're going to Mega Evolve, and they are going to end up going for an Ice Punch, which is going to be nice because they're going to get hit with the burn, and they're also going to get hit with the Rocky Helmet. And it's going to leave me on a little bit of health, because I know I could take at least one hit, set up a Trick Room, and then go for a Destiny Bond to take this guy out. Now, things do not always go as planned. I set up the Trick Room, and one thing that may have forced this switch is the fact that he let me burn so many things. And there was a Miltank. Now, Miltank usually carries Heal Bell, so that's what I'm thinking happened, was he wanted to preserve the Mega Lopunny, didn't know what exactly I was going to do. Honestly, I can't touch it because it's immune to my stab, because I don't have any grass moves, but I end up switching the Arcanine in. I go for the Destiny Bond, force the switch back out. They're going to go into Swampert, and I'm assuming here they're just going to end up sacking it off. But knowing that they're going to switch because they don't want to lose their Arcanine, I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball, attacking the Swampert. They're going to take more damage from the burn. And here I was like, alright, I can still get my Destiny Bond off, and I'll be able to have a couple rooms of Trick Room to bring in anything I'd like that's really slow, which is most of my team. And they go for the Avalanche, and I actually live. The most silly thing that could happen was I lived the Avalanche on 3 HP. I'm like, alright, Trick Room's up. I'm done with this. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball, finally take this Swampert out, and see what they'd like to go into. Now, since they have a free switch, and they know my full set, I can't touch the Miltank. They're going to go into the Miltank, and here they're going to end up going for the Heal Bell. And as they go for the Heal Bell, I'm actually going to go for a Will-O-Wisp, which is going to force another Heal Bell later on. So hopefully that's what the plan was anyway. So I go for the Willow after he heals the rest of the team, which is not good because now the Lopunny is no longer burned. So I was hoping that I could have forced another Heal Bell. They're going to end up going for the Toxic, showing me that they're not scrappy and they really can't touch me, or they don't have any kind of attacking move or whatever. So that's going to actually let me get a free Trick Room off, and then I'm going to die to the Toxic the following turn. And I'll be able to go into anything that I'd like. And the most optimal Pokemon I would like to go into is Pangoro, because I have access now, because of ORAS move tutors, to Knock Off and Drain Punch. Now, I can scare the Miltank out with the Drain Punch, and I can go for a Knock Off to knock off whatever item may be coming in on the Pokemon that they suggest to best take out my team. So now they're going to withdraw, and unfortunately, I opted out of going for Knock Off on the off chance that they might predict me to over-predict and then get another like Heal Bell, or I don't know. I don't know what I was saying at the time, but apparently it wasn't what I needed to think. So I'm going to go for the Drain Punch, where I'm already at full health. I should have just went for Knock Off. They're going to get the Intimidate as they bring the Arcanine in. Now, I have a very nice check to this Arcanine in my Golurk, because I resist a fire attack, I'm immune to the close combat, I'll be immune to the extreme speed, and I'm immune to the Wild Charge as well. So now, knowing that he's not going to stay in and fearing my Earthquake, which I actually don't carry on this Golurk. This is a straight punching Golurk because I do have the Iron Fist ability. I'm going to predict the Miltank to come back in to take the Earthquake and or Shadow Punch, and I'm going to go for the Drain Punch, which will hopefully take this Miltank out. And now I'm going to bring it down to just a little bit of health. It is going to live, and then it's going to live after the burn as well. And then predicting the Mawile to come in to get an Intimidate off, and hopefully they could have saved the Miltank for like Death Fodder later on. I end up going for the Fire Punch, but that's not the case. And they're actually going to come in as the dimensions twist back. They're going to bring the Swallow in. And here, I don't make the best play. I was like, alright, I could just leave Golurk in. But not realizing at the time of how well I walled the Arcanine. And I actually take a massive amount of damage to that. And they get a crit, which really, that sucks even worse. But I'm still not in a horrible position. Now, I do have the leftovers, so I can be able to, try and regain a little bit of health, but still that Mega Lopunny in the end is really just wrecks through my whole team. So they're just going to go for the Ice Punch. I could have went to a Scavalier, which probably would have been my best bet, but I wanted to, because my thought process at the time was I can keep a Scavalier alive, live a Drain Punch, and go for an Iron Head and hopefully take this guy out. I also want to keep Sergeant Soap at a good amount of health too, because as you guys remember, if you have seen my past videos, the Egg move Air Slash is on this. So I would take a Drain Punch, not too well. It gets a whole lot of health back because I'm running max HP on this. I'm going to go for an Air Slash, which is going to do a very nice amount. So it almost did about like 80 or 70%, something like that. And now the Aqua Jet, this is why I carry Aqua Jet. So when I don't kill something, it should be able to clean it up with Aqua Jet. In this case, Aqua Jet is not enough, and it lives on like 5 HP, gets a Drain Punch off, and actually gets back like everything I took away with the Aqua Jet. So now I'm really not in the best position. So I figure I'm going to go into King Arthur. The Stealth Rocks are chipping away at my team, and the switch into the Mawile is pretty obvious, and I don't make a double. I end up just staying in, and I end up going for an Iron Head because that Mega Lopunny was such a threat, and I don't know, the thought of double switching out just wasn't there for me that day. So now I'm going to be forced to switch out, and the good thing is that they're faster than me. So that means the Arcanine's going to come and get the Intimidate off on me, and I didn't want to stay in anyway because the Intimidate's there. So I actually end up switching out here. I want to go into my Pangoro because I also packed the Earthquake on that, so I could have hit the Mawile, taken that out, and now I can go out into against the Arcanine without the Intimidate drop. and go for an attack. Now I'm putting my faith in Pangoro right here to take a close combat because I didn't see any life orb recoil or anything. So I end up living the close combat, the defensive drops, and then I'm going to be able to go for a Drain Punch and get some of my health back, but not all of it. So I am going to be able to take out the Arcanine here. And now things are really getting to the nitty gritty. My Pokemon are low in health, and I need to find a way to get around this Mega Lopunny. It's not at that much, or it's not even at that much health right now. So they're going to end up going for a Fake Out. And then on top of that, they're going to end up going for a priority move and Quick Attack, which is going to end up taking out my Pangoro, because Pangoro really didn't have too much use for me in the end anyway, because I couldn't outspeed and I didn't have enough health to take a hit from the Mega Lopunny. Even if it's hitting on the defensive side, it's just not going to be enough. So now I'm going to end up going to a Scavalier here and hoping that I could live a hit, but it's Mega Lopunny. Drain Punch is a thing. It has recovery. It is an absolute monster. It is going to take me out. Now I'm putting the whole game in the hands of Squawk. Squawk is my Archeops, and Squawk, he's a little special. So what's going to happen is, to pretty much ensure the game, they're going to switch out into the Mawile, assuming that I am a physically attacking Archeops, which is, the normal case. It has base like 140, I believe, attack or something like that, and base 112 special attack. So I wanted to take advantage of a mixed Archeops. So I'm actually going to go for Sky Attack with the Power Herb and see how much damage I could do. I kind of just did that because it would help me out later for acrobatics if I decide to go for that. I'm actually going to pull out Earth Power here because I'm actually running mixed, more based on special attack. That is going to be able to take out the Mawile, but the sad thing is Mega Lopunny is still around and it's not burnt. And acrobatics is not going to be taken out because I don't have the opportunity to, because Drain Punch is going to destroy me because I do not have the greatest defenses in the world. And that's going to end up being the battle. It's definitely a good one, especially for a passerby. And I was impressed with it. It wasn't like an OP power team. It was like lower tier stuff with Mega Lopunny. It was pretty cool. And I got to use some new pokes that I was really eager to get in there. But you will see more of these pokes in future battles. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Stick around for more ORAS battles. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.